Ollie, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, mate. Yourself?
I'm very well, thanks. I'm very well. So a couple of weeks into it now, plenty of games under your belt. How's it all going?
Really well. Settled in quite quickly. All the boys have been great in helping me settle in, which is what you want when you come into a new club. And like you said, I managed to get 2 games in relatively quickly, which always helps. You can just get on the pitch and show what you can do. So it's been a good start.
We were just speaking to the manager. He says your dad hasn't managed to make a game yet. He's stuck in Malaysia.
Yeah. He's him and my mum and my sister are stuck out there. They have been for a while. So he hasn't been able to come and watch a game in the stadium for a long, long time. But he stays up to watch them, which is nice. So he doesn't.
Is that because of COVID restrictions? All?
Yeah. They've just not been able to get over, which is obviously quite tough. It's been a long time since I've seen them, but you've got to get on with it. They're fit and healthy, so you can't complain too much.
No, that's the important thing. But although I bet it's really frustrating for them and for you not to see you in regular action, because this is what you want.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, they were there from watching me play at grassroots football all the way up to playing in stadiums now, and it's just unfortunate that they don't get to see it in the stadiums live. But I'm sure they will when they manage to get back.
The plan is they'll have plenty of opportunity, whether it's with Newport or back at your parent club. Has Russell Martin been in touch? Obviously, there's been a lot of change at Swansea.
Yeah. He obviously we had the discussions about coming out on loan before obviously the deal got done, and we both agreed it's what I needed. Regular football is what I need. And then he watched the highlights of the first game, came to watch the second game, and all the feedback I've had from him so far has been positive, which is good. And it's nice that he's coming down to watch me when he can. Yeah,
that must be a positive for yourself, because that sounds a far cry from a player going out on loan and being forgotten about and I will just palm him off somewhere. It's clear that he's taken an interest in your progress.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, sometimes you can go out on loans and you can be forgotten about, or if you're not exactly playing well, it's tough to stay in the manager's mind. But I think being at Newport, which is so close, it gives him every opportunity to come down and watch if he's got the time, which is what I want ultimately. So,
and it worked out well for Brandon, who I'm sure would have had good things to say about Newport in the Wales squad over the last camp as well. It just shows what that opportunity of playing first team football can do.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to Brandon a lot before coming here, and everything he had to say about Newport was positive. The players, the staff, the club as a whole was very positive. So yeah, and to see him come here, play as well as he did, then go back and make the step up this season, it's what I want to do. I want to follow in that path, basically. So yeah, it's good. It's good to see.
The manager is a one-off, shall we say? There's only one Mike Flynn. Did Brandon mention him? Did your dad mention him? Because I know they're quite friendly.
Yes, yeah. I got pre-warned about what he's like, but no, I mean he's been very good with me since I've been here. I know it's only been a short space of time, but he's been very welcoming, which is what you want when you're coming in. So no complaints yet.
And in terms of the adaptation to League Two, it is different from what you've been used to, whether that's Championship at Swansea or that environment, or even the academy, the age grade football you've been playing. I guess the way Flinney wants you to play as a side does help with that transition.
Yeah, and that was ultimately one of the decisions as to why I came to Newport, because I know they want to try and play football. They're good at playing football when they can get it down and play, and when the surface allows it. And that suits my game. A lot of the other clubs are very direct in the style of play, which wouldn't have suited me. But no, the way Newport play is very nice, attractive football, and that's why I decided to come here.
The game at home on a nice surface might be a bit different test away at Harrogate on a Friday night. I'm not sure the weather's going to be great, but this is what you signed up for, isn't it?
Exactly. It's all a learning experience, and in football you get different tests. Every game is going to be different, and it's just being able to adapt to each game and still managing to have a positive effect on the game, whether that's creating chances, winning tackles, winning fouls. And it's just a test that I need to adapt and be ready for each game. So,
Oh, best of luck against Harrogate. Good to speak to you. Thanks for your time.
thank you very much.
Hi, Ollie. What do you think you'll bring to the side? What's your sort of strengths, would you say?
I like getting on the ball in pockets of space, being able to turn, drive forward with it, pick a pass. Also win a lot of free kicks, which is always good when you've got a chance of putting it in the box. So I think it's stuff like that. It's just getting the ball on the floor, driving with it, running at players, committing players, and sliding, creating chances. That's what I want to do: create goals, create chances, get assists, get goals. So.
In terms of your move, was it you or Jake with the registration? Because it was quite a manic deadline day, wasn't it? We expected to be in against Plymouth so soon. Or?
There was both. I think I needed to get my documents signed by 12 o'clock. And then I think Jake was waiting on international clearance.
Okay.
I think his just about came through just before the team had to be submitted. So
because it was a rapid start to sign. For the deal to be sort of sealed and then straight in for a game against Plymouth, well, probably a good thing, wouldn't it? Gets straight in there.
Yeah, that's what you want. I think if you can get straight into a game, it's what you want. You can get on the pitch, get in with the players, and you can show what you can do straight away, rather than the wait leading up to the game. And then you can kind of overthink it if you're thinking you're playing. Whereas it was the deal was done. I'm playing. I played, and that was it. Which was nice.
Dare I say, your minutes helped, don't they? Because you weren't the only, but you were blowing at the end of that Orient game as well, wasn't it? It was playing a long old game. So
yes, it was a very, very long game. I can't remember the last time I played 90 minutes of football in that short space of time. So it was a blow towards the end. Yeah. Saved myself every now and then. I'd chuck a sprint in, and then I'd have to recover again for 3 minutes.
But what's Flammy said to you? Has he said, because Brandon was so good that you got taken back? I presume Flammy's not said save your best form until February onwards, but he wants you to be an influential figure, as with all the sort of young loanees, sort of really grasp his chance.
I think he just wants me to go on there and kind of play with a bit of a freedom, just to kind of express myself and do what I've been doing since a young age, just to carry on doing, get on the pitch and enjoy playing football. And then as soon as I'm enjoying it, that's when things will start to happen. So that's all he's kind of said at the moment.
Good. Finally, for me, where are you from? Where have you grown up? Whereabouts in?
I was born in Derby, moved to Wales in 2006, and then I've been based in Pontyclun since.
Okay.
So I've just been growing up there.
Good. Brilliant. All right. Cheers for that.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi, Ollie. Just one question for me. I mean, you talked about sort of the similar style in play to Swansea to Newport. Well, League Two is obviously very different to sort of academy football and the Championship. I mean, do you think you're only going to get better and better the more you get used to it?
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously Leyton Orient is the first real game of men's football that I've had to start and finish. And at this level, you need to win. It's about points, and when you're growing up through the academy, it's all this. It's about development. It's about improving. It's about doing the right things, stuff like that. Whereas at this age, it's not about that. It's about getting the result. It's about getting the points on the board, because ultimately that's what it's for. It's to get promoted. It's to not get relegated. It's a real test to go from playing the academy style, which is all about improvement, to must-win games. And yeah, that's it really.
And I suppose that brings with it its own pressure, but I suppose that's also what you've wanted the whole time that you've been playing academy football.
Yeah. You at the end of the day, you want to be playing football. You want to be playing in front of crowds. You want to be playing in these pressure games, because then it shows whether you can do it or not. It's all right playing it behind closed doors with nothing on it, but this is where it matters, and I'm looking forward to continue doing that.